My name is Becca. Welcome to Sweetheartknits. This is my knitting podcast. I talk about stuff, I make stuff, and occasionally I disappear for 3 months. It's nice to see everybody again. It's been a while, but I'm excited to be back. I'm excited to be talking to you guys. Actually making this podcast means that I've had some knitting mojo, which I feel like I haven't had in like 6 months. Like, it's been a long time. So I'm super excited to share with you what I've been working on. It's been a weird summer. Like, I just didn't really feel like working on anything, which doesn't really happen for me. But like, I don't know. I do this for fun. I do the podcast for fun. I do the Instagram for fun. I'm not a person that's gonna like just make content for content's sake. Like, I don't know. This isn't my job. It's not my job, so I don't feel like I need to be like just churning stuff out for no reason. So I'm back. I'm excited to be back. I want to film. So I'm here. I've been working on, okay, I haven't finished anything in what feels like a really, really long time. I actually have finished some stuff. I finished my mini mock neck tank, and it's beautiful. I love it. I'm gonna put some photos of me wearing it. I couldn't find it this morning when I sat down to film. I think it might actually be getting washed right now. I don't think I have it in my vicinity, but I did finish that. Late, as always. Like, I finished it at the end of August, and now it's the end of October, and the occasions to wear it have been few and far between. It looks really good with, like, a button-up on top of it. I've been wearing it a lot like that. I haven't been able to wear it as, like, a straight tank top, just because, like, it's fall here. It's very much fall here in Colorado. All of the leaves around me have been changing colors, and it's been, like, low 60s, high 50s, which is my favorite weather ever. It's not quite cold enough to be, like, sweater weather, but it's cold enough that I'm thinking about it. And I've gotten to wear my sweaters a bit. It's gonna snow this weekend here, where I'm at, so there will be sweaters then. I'm not sure I'm ready for the snow. Like, I'm really enjoying fall, and I know that as soon as the snow comes, all the leaves are gonna leave, which is not my favorite, but it does mean we get to wear sweaters, so, you know, pros and cons to life. That is the only thing I finished, is that mini mock neck tank. I don't have a ton of FOs to show you. I have a lot of whips, and I have progress on the 2 sweaters that I've been working on for what feels like 17 years at this point. But both of them are like almost done. So I'm super excited for that. And then I have a Testknit that I just applied for and got. I applied for it because I was like, look, if I don't feel like I can finish anything, if I have a test, I know I have to finish by a deadline. Like, I'm going to finish this sweater, even if it kills me, because I have a deadline and I have an obligation. So I'm excited for that. I'll be sharing more details about that later on. And I'm probably participating in a MKAL. I actually am already participating in one, and then I might be participating in another one, and I'll talk about that at the end of the video. So grab yourself a cup of something. And there's your little YouTuber preview. Yeah, and let's just go ahead and get right into it. Is Cup of Something trademark by Young Folk Knits? I'm not sure I'm allowed to say that. That might be her line. Go check her out if you haven't already. She's amazing. Certainly one of my favorites. Alright, so let's go ahead and start with the boring sweaters that we've already seen a million times. If you like watching this channel, and you're a repeat viewer, which, A, thank you, you'll have seen these a lot. I'm sorry. I'm really slow. So feel free to skip to later on. I'll put timestamps in the description. But it's Dunes cardigan and promenade blouse time. So let's start with the Dunes cardigan. I just realized that I forgot a finished object. I did make my sister that easy beanie that I was talking about last episode. It's right here. It looks awesome. I did it. It's literally the same beanie as the one that I have on right now, down to like the hacks and everything. So I ended up knitting this. So the Easy Beanie is a pattern by Brandy Cheyenne Harper. It's my favorite beanie pattern ever in the entire world. especially knit this way. It's my favorite beanie pattern in the entire world, especially knit this way. I really like it. So this is actually the toddler size. This is the size 3, but with 1 needle size up and then thicker yarn. So this is the Farmer's Daughter Fibers Pishkin, remembered. And it's listed as a DK weight, but honestly, I think it's a worsted weight. I don't think it's anywhere close to a DK. Like, if you look at it, it's on size 5mm needles here, and it's still like a pretty dense, thick fabric. It's a really gorgeous wool. I love working with it. I think that the color variation is gorgeous. I think the color variation is gorgeous. And it has this like 3-prong decrease thing on the crown, and I just really like it. Like, I like the look of it a lot. When you put it on, it gives you these cute little points on the top of your head, and I like it. I think it's cute. So I knit this basically the exact same length as mine because she stole this hat constantly. I knit it the same length as mine. I followed the pattern for the size 4. You can cuff it, you can roll it, do all of the things. You can wear it slouchy. It's a gorgeous fabric. Yeah, she's absolutely loved it. She's already worn it a lot. And it just holds up super well. Like, this hat is almost 2 years old. I think it is 2 years old at this point. And I haven't ever had to depill it. I wash it 5 or 6 times a year because I basically live in this hat, and it holds up really, really well. So she's loved it. I think it looks really, really good. I don't know. I just really like it. So yeah, there's that. It features this like folded brim, and it's pretty easy to do. I'm not gonna tell you how to do it because I feel like that's giving away like a big draw of the pattern. But it's basically just like knit and then turn over. And I really like that on the edge. I think it always does kind of roll up a little bit on me. I think because you go down a couple of needle sizes to do it, and since I'm already kind of like at a tight gauge, it's just a lot. So it always ends up kind of crinkly. It doesn't bother me at all. I think it adds a little rustic look to it. And I almost always either have it fold up like this or rolled up. So you don't usually see it. And she wears it pretty similarly. But yeah, I love this pattern. I love this hat. She loves it. That's what's important, you know? Which has had significant progress done. I know last time that I filmed, I said I wanted to be done with it by the end of the summer. That did not happen. We're not even close to, well, we're kind of close. I'm in a little bit of a conundrum with it. I just realized that like my entire yarn ball came unraveled, so bear with me. Which has had significant, anyway, we have a Dunes cardigan. And you might notice that we have 2 sleeves. 2 sleeves with lace already done. Get that to where you can see it. This cardigan is like the first real thing that I've made with lace. Like certainly my first garment with lace work in it. And it's kind of hard because I hate listening to instructions, and you have to if you're gonna do lace work. But yeah, so we finished both of the sleeves. We're onto the body now. The body is all lace work, so you can see it's just branch root motif. It's really, really easy actually. It's pretty easy to memorize. It's been pretty easy for me to not mess up, which is kind of amazing for lace work for me. But yeah, it's really nice. Let me give her a little try on. Yeah, we're right about here as far as length goes. First button is going to be like right here. I think it looks really nice. I think that the sleeves, I like the ease on the sleeves a lot. They're not like crazy big, but they have that nice relaxed fit that I like so much. And the cuffs do come in, but it's not like a harsh balloon sleeve type thing, and I like that. I already have a balloon sleeved cardigan. I didn't want to. And then the body fits pretty tightly, which is exactly what I wanted. Like I wanted it to be like almost 0 ease, like 1 to 2 inches of ease. Because I want to wear this over like dresses and nicer tops. It's like a fancy cardigan. Because my balloon cardigan is awesome, but it's knit and knitted in, and the kind of thick and thin fabric that gives just doesn't come off super refined. And I wanted this to be like my nice cardigan, like my going to church cardigan. So yeah, we're just gonna keep going. If you remember, my plan had been to just keep going until I ran out of yarn, because I was like playing serious yarn chicken, and that's why I did the sleeves first. But now I have like 300 grams left, and I'm already to here. Like, so it's not gonna be like super cropped like I thought it was going to be. So I don't really know how long I'm gonna go on it. I certainly want to do more on the body. I certainly want to do more on the body, but I have no idea. I wanted it to be kind of cropped so I could wear it with dresses, but now that I'm like really thinking about it, a nice like longer, more relaxed cardigan would also look really good. So I have no idea. Honestly, I'm gonna go until I'm sick. Well, I'm already kind of sick of it. I'm gonna go until I literally don't feel like I can knit on it anymore, and then I'll bind off. So we'll use as much as it feels like we're going to. I'm using Wool of the Andes by Knit Picks. This is patterned by Kadri. If you want to know more about it, you can go back and watch literally every other video on my channel. I cast this on in like March, and it's taking me forever to knit on, which doesn't make any sense because it's been fun. Like, I like working with it. I like the yarn. I don't know. It just is like a continuous backburn project for me. But yeah, it looks really good. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with it. I'm just gonna keep going, and maybe someday it'll be done. We'll find out. So there's that. And then, guys, we are seriously so close to being done with the sweater. This is my promenade blouse. We are done with a sleeve, and we are done with the body. This sleeve is kind of comically short, and I'm not really sure what I was thinking. So I honestly might rip back the ribbing on it and make it longer. I was really worried about running out of this, because this is all I have left, and I have another sleeve to go. So we're gonna do the other sleeve and see how far we can stretch it, and then maybe we'll undo the ribbing on this and make this guy longer. But yeah, this is where we're at. This is where I'm at on the other sleeve. I think I need 6 more stripes to make it even with the other side. It's gorgeous. I cannot wait to block it and put it on. It looks kind of silly right now, but I know that this is gonna grow just like a ridiculous amount. Like, if you just stretch it to like where the mohair would be naturally hanging, it hits me like right at the bottom of my hips. So it should be a pretty relaxed, larger sweater. My goal was to be done with this by October. It's still October, so I technically haven't passed it yet. It's just so hard because this is a problem with both of them. Most of my knitting is done on a train right now, to and from school. And neither of these are projects that I can take with me. Like, they just take up too much space. And like, most of the time I can't take sweaters in the first place, but especially not the promenade blouse, because it has 2 different kinds of yarn, and it has 2 different needle sizes, and it's just like, there's just a lot going on. So there's like no chance of me taking it with me, but it's almost done. My hope is to be done with this by the end of October. If I finish this by the end of October, I am going to let myself cast on a pair of pressed flower socks. And that's like what I'm baiting myself with. So I have like a week, which I think is totally doable. I have a week to finish this. Again, if you want more details on this guy, go ahead and go back to other episodes that I filmed. It's a great pattern. It's going to be a beautiful blouse once it's done. I'm tired of it. And I feel like it's been on my needles forever, and I'm never going to get to wear it. And changing needle sizes is annoying, and yeah, I'm just kind of overall done. But you know, it's almost done. The fabric is gorgeous. Like, this is going to be just the most perfect Halloween sweater in the entire world. And my gauge is ridiculously even on this too. Like, it's been amazing to watch. Okay, and that's the 2 boring sweaters. Now let's get to the fun sweater. The Testknit. it's test knit time. I've declared it. So, Knits by Autumn is one of my favorite people on knitting Instagram. I'm sure that if you are active on Instagram, you've seen her stuff. She follows a lot of people. She's just generally very sweet. And she posted a tester call for this, like, everyday Henley. And I was super excited to see it. So I applied, I got chosen. I'm knitting the size small. I've literally just started. I'm like at the back of the neck right now with all of my little markers. But I'm so excited. I'll pop a couple of pictures of what it's gonna look like some of her promotional posts. And then I'm going to actually do it in color blocking. So I have all of this Croft Shetland tweed that my dad brought me from Scotland. I think I have 6 different colors. I have a couple of them right here. This isn't all of them, but here's a couple to go with that cream. And then there's like a burgundy that's currently on my Swift waiting to get wound. And then there's also an orange that I'm gonna use. I'll put a picture up of all of them together. But I think it's gonna be gorgeous. I'm so excited. I don't want it to be like striped, because I think that's too much going on. I want it to be like kind of blocky, but I don't want to just do blocks because then I'm worried that the sleeves aren't gonna match. So I want to do, I don't know, maybe like 20 row sections-ish of each color, so they'll probably repeat a little bit. But yeah, I'm super excited. So it's gonna be more like really big stripes rather than color blocking, I guess. I don't know, when I swatched it, it looked really, really good. So I got gauged with this, thank goodness, because I applied to this with this yarn in mind, and I think if I hadn't been able to get gauged with it, I would have actually cried. But I actually got gauged with the recommended needle size, which never happens for me. I'm a pretty loose knitter, and I almost always have to go down a size, but I got it with 5mm needles. So yeah, we're just off to the races with this. So I'm starting off with this cream. My original thought when starting off was that I wanted this cream to be the trim color, and that's why I wanted to start with it. And then I cast on and realized that we're obviously not going to start with the trim. So we're not doing the trim and the cream anymore. I think I'm actually going to do the trim in green instead of the cream. Well, I'll say that 15 times fast. But yeah, it's looking really, really good. The fabric looks awesome. My swatch looked great. What little fabric there is that you can see. I think it looks really, really good. But yeah, so we're just starting. I'm doing the raglan increases. I'll start shaping for the buttons in a minute. But yeah, so far it seems pretty simple. The testing group on Instagram is really, really fun. We've all been chatting a lot, so that's been great. You know, there's nothing better than having like an active tester group, in my opinion. I think it makes everything more fun. But yeah, I'm super excited. I think it's gonna be awesome. The deadline for it is December 1st, which in my head was a lot farther off than it actually is. I in reality only have like a month to make this, which isn't like a huge issue for me. I'm not a fast knitter, but I don't know, I can finish a sweater in a month if I'm focused and monogamous. So my hope is that I have like a quota that I need to get done on this every day. And then after I'm done with that quota for the day, my hope is that I just crank on the promenade blouse and get it done. But yeah, so I'm hoping to be done with the increase section by the end of today. And then I'll start working on getting joined in the round by the end of the week. It's currently Thursday, so I have a couple of days to do that. And then, you know, we'll move forward from there. I don't want to like plan it out too neurotically, but you know. And then yeah, I think I have a total of like, what is it, 600 grams? 600 or 700 grams for these guys. But then each skein has 182 yards in it, which is like a lot for a 100 gram skein. so I'm not really worried about yarn chicken. I want it to be really cozy. Like, I want it to be long. My hope is that I can make the body long enough that all of the stripes correspond on the sleeves. Because, you know, typically your sleeves are longer than the body of your sweater. Or at least my sleeves are longer than the body of my sweater. Because I like my sweaters a little bit cropped. But my hope is that I join in the round. I can do my sleeves first. Which is kind of one of my least favorite things to do. Because I hate knitting sleeves. But if I do the sleeves first and plan out the colors there, then hopefully I can do the body, follow those colors on the sleeves, and have it all match and knit my body as long as my sleeves. Because I just think that would look good. I just like it. So that's my hope. We'll see. I'm a little bit worried about the amount of yarn that I'm going to have, but I feel like I'm always worried about the amount of yarn that I'm going to have, and usually it's not a problem. Like, again, I was super freaked out about this Dunes cardigan because I only had, what was it, like 550 grams? And I literally still have 300 grams left, and I'm already onto the body. So, I don't know. I'm a little bit worried just because of Testknit, and I don't want to, and I have no chance of getting more of this yarn. Like, it's going to be what it's going to be, because it's UK based. It's West Yorkshire Spinners. That's hard to say with the lisp. But yeah, so they're based obviously in England, and nothing near me has them. Like, I haven't been able to find them anywhere. I could probably pick up a skein or two on like a swap on Ravelry, but again, like, that's kind of puts me in a time crunch, and I don't love that. So it's gonna be what it's gonna be, and we're gonna do sleeves first, and we're kind of gonna do the same thing with the Dunes cardigan, where I just go until I run out, and it's gonna be fine. But yeah, so I'm super, super excited. So far, it's been really, really fun. It's a super active testing group, which is really cool. I don't think I've ever been in a test that, like, had a lot of chatter going on. Like, I've done a lot of testing, but a lot of it was for, like, smaller creators or, like, bigger creators when they were smaller. Like, I did a test for Tori Knits, probably a year and a half ago, 2 years ago, right when she was first starting out for one of her first patterns. Yeah, that was fun. But yeah, I haven't ever had a group that was like active. And this has been fun. Like, everybody talks in the Instagram group chat and sends photos, and it's just been a joy. So I'm super excited. I'm super excited that I can get going. I was out of town when I got selected, and it was like torture waiting to get back because I like knew exactly what I wanted to use. I just didn't have it with me. But yeah, so I'm super, super excited to like get going on it. I think it'll be fun. And it's just fun to knit with. Like, obviously the yarn is amazing. But yeah, so I'm thrilled, absolutely thrilled. And then I surprisingly have no socks, like none at all, on the needles right now. I want to, like I mentioned earlier, I want to get a pair of pressed flower socks on the needles because I think it would be gorgeous. And I have this specific hand-dyed blue yarn that I think would be amazing. It's like yak silk superwash. It's amazing. It's gorgeous. I was gonna make a t-shirt out of it, but I don't know. I think it would be nice as a pair of socks. I think it would look really good in color work. So yeah, I would like to cast on a pair of those, but I haven't yet. Instead, I've been working, my big thing that's been in my backpack are these little gloves, little fingerless gloves. I'm knitting this in just a red alpaca. I don't remember what brand this is. It was just in my basement. It was given to me as a birthday gift from a friend. It's 100% alpaca. It's nice. It's super, super soft, but I have no idea what it is. And then it's not summer moon, it's juniper moon. Juniper moon fibers, what is this? It's juniper moon merino DK. I don't remember what it's officially called. But it's just cream. I've used this in a lot of different projects. For some reason, this 100-gram ball that I've had just like lasts forever, and I can use it in 15 different projects, and it just never ends. So we're using more of that. And this is my tomato soup make-along option. I just finished the body of this. It's kind of like a knockoff of the penny gloves, but obviously the penny gloves are made for fingering weight and these are DK. But you know, it's a pretty simple pattern. So I'm basically, really the only thing I'm using is like the bind on and cast off purl ridge, you know, kind of loose fitting vibes. But yeah, it's pretty good. I still, obviously I have the thumb to go. They're pretty tight because I haven't blocked it yet, and I think it's gonna grow a lot. I didn't swatch for this, obviously. Why would I do that? I did swatch for the test knit. I was good. It's a responsible test knitter, but I didn't swatch for anything else. But yeah, they're just like some nice, simple, fingerless gloves. I have my mittens, that I love to death. But they're kind of felty now, and they're really, really warm, and I wanted something for like, I don't know, like high 40s, low 50s type days, where my hands are cold, but like I'm not gonna wear a pair of mittens, you know? So I think these are gonna be perfect for that. I made them nice and long, mostly because I was on the train and I didn't have something to put my thumb stitches on. So I went for too long, and then I was like, oh no, we need to increase for the thumb. You don't just like take stitches off, you need to increase for that. So they ended up being a lot longer than I wanted them. Well, not like than I wanted them, than I planned. I was gonna have them be like here. But you know, happy little accident made me like actually be patient for once in my life. But yeah, it's looking really good. I'm really excited. I'm hoping to cast the other one on. I'll probably cast the other one on once the everyday Henley is too big to put in my bag. Right now that's going to be my travel project, just to like get a little bit more done on it early. And then this is kind of on the back burner because while it is like a make-along entry, I'm just going to finish the thumb ribbing and call it a day, and then put on the other one once I'm ready for it. But yeah, it's been delightful. The red is bleeding just a little bit, like it's not like bleeding because I haven't washed it yet or blocked it, but like the fuzz coming off of the red kind of tinges the white, which I don't love, but you know, it's not awful. But yeah, I think they're cute. I think it fits the theme. It was very festive. I was really feeling it. The tomato soup make-along is hosted by High Fiber Knits here on YouTube. If you haven't found her either, highly suggest. She is my favorite, like, knitting podcaster. I love her. She's just really cute, and all of her ideas are all really cute. So I'm excited about that. And yeah, we'll just kind of keep going on this. It's a good back pocket project. And then tiny update on the placemats. I've finished a couple of them. Here's the one that I'm currently working on. It's just in Lion Brand 24/7 cotton. These are just some placemats for my fiance for his new house. Oh, that happened. I forgot to tell you, minor life update. I got engaged. That's one of the reasons I was away from the socials of media this summer. I got engaged. But yeah, this is for his house, and then eventually it'll be for our house when we get married. I have 2 of these already done. This is the 3rd one. I'll honestly probably end up giving him the set of 4 for Christmas as part of his Christmas gift. He kind of knows that they're in the works already, like he's caught me working on them, so I don't want to make them like his only gift because I like surprising people. But yeah, it's just like Tunisian crochet, pretty chill. One of those projects that I just keep in my backpack. And yeah, I'm probably gonna edge all of them somehow. I haven't decided how that's gonna happen yet, because all of my edges kind of curl, which I was surprised. I'm not surprised. I don't Tunisian crochet very often. This is probably the most I've ever done it. So I wasn't expecting my tension to be awesome. But yeah, so I'm gonna need to border everything. I'm probably just gonna border everything with like a single crochet, different color border type deal. I don't like working with this nearly as much as I liked working with the Pima cotton from Lion Brand. The 24/7 cotton, the way that it's spun it just gets, like, the yarn itself gets really tight. There's a lot of tension in it. And when it gets twisted, like, it just is kind of a mess to untwist. And it's not as soft, and it's not as easy to work with, and the tension is harder to keep. And I think it, in general, looks worse than the Pima cotton. So do with that information what you will. The only reason I'm using this is because all of the Joannes around me that carried the Pima cotton no longer do. Like, I now would have to go to Wyoming to get that yarn, and for some reason the color that I wanted I couldn't get online. Like, I couldn't find it anywhere, so I just settled for this, which is fine. Everything is fine. But yeah, if you're looking for a good cotton yarn, use the Pima cotton from Lion Brand. It smacks. It's awesome. Don't use the 24/7 cotton because, in my opinion, it's not as good. But yeah, it's a good like in the backpack, oh no, I forgot my knitting type project. It'll probably become higher on my priority list once Christmas gets closer and we're in November and it's time for me to like actually start getting going. But you know, it's a totally fine, easy, mindless, like, I could literally do this for 17 hours and it wouldn't affect me at all. Because you just need no brain cells. Like, it's just go down, do a pass back, go down, do a pass back. Does that feel like it's long enough? Yeah, sure. And then you cast off. Like, it's, you know, easy, super mindless knit. Which is nice, because none of my knits right now are mindless. Like, none of my sweaters are. All of them have stuff going on. The Everyday Henley will become mindless once it gets there. But right now, there's like, I have like 17 markers in that guy. So, it's not quite there yet. But yeah, so there's that. I think it's really pretty. I love just like Tunisian crochet. I think it just looks so good for homeware products. Not products, homeware projects. I don't know, it's just very classic. It's very basket weavy. I like it. So yeah, I'm just gonna kind of keep cranking on those. They'll be done at some point. I'll post them on my Instagram, even though I have no idea what hashtags to use for crochet projects, so they always get buried by the algorithm. But I like it. I think it's pretty, so, you know. Just going on there anyway. But yeah, that's all the projects I have in the works right now. This has been fun. I'm glad that I caught up with everybody. I love making these. I genuinely do. I'm super excited that you hung out. If you hung out for this long, you're awesome. I appreciate you. Thank you. Be sure to check me out at the other things. I kind of use Ravelry, but not really. Really, the main platform that I use is Instagram because it's fun. Find me on there if you feel like it. It's in the description. If you watched me for this long, maybe give me a like or a subscribe. You know, I can do the cringy YouTuber things if I feel like it. And then let me know what you're working on. I love talking about knitting. So comment any questions you have about what I'm working on, anything that you're working on. I would love to hear about it. So just pop that down if you feel like it. Thank you. Thank you for watching this far, and